Open Heavens 2025 Devotional. Date, Wednesday, July 9, 2025. Topic, Eat Right. Memorize. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength, and not for drunkenness. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 17. Read, Leviticus 11 verses 1 to 42, KJV. 1. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying to them. 2. Speak to the children of Israel, saying, These are the animals which you may eat among all the animals that are on the earth. 3. Among the animals, whatever divides the hoof, having cloven hooves and chewing the cud, that you may eat. 4. Nevertheless these you shall not eat among those that chew the cud or those that have cloven hooves, the camel, because it chews the cud but does not have cloven hooves, is unclean to you. 5. The rock hyrax, because it chews the cud but does not have cloven hooves, is unclean to you. 6. The hare, because it chews the cud but does not have cloven hooves, is unclean to you. 7. And the swine, though it divides the hoof, having cloven hooves, yet does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. 8. Their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcasses you shall not touch. They are unclean to you. 9. These you may eat of all that are in the water, whatever in the water has fins and scales, whether in the seas or in the rivers, that you may eat. 10. But all in the seas or in the rivers that do not have fins and scales, all that move in the water or any living thing which is in the water, they are an abomination to you. 11. They shall be an abomination to you, you shall not eat their flesh, but you shall regard their carcasses as an abomination. 12. Whatever in the water does not have fins or scales, that shall be an abomination to you. 13. And these you shall regard as an abomination among the birds, they shall not be eaten, they are an abomination, the eagle, the vulture, the buzzard. 14. The kite, and the falcon after its kind. 15. Every raven after its kind. 16. The ostrich, the short-eared owl, the seagull, and the hawk after its kind. 17. The little owl, the fisher owl, and the screech owl. 18. The white owl, the jackdaw, and the carrion vulture. 19. The stork, the heron after its kind, the hoopoe, and the bat. 20. All flying insects that creep on all fours shall be an abomination to you. 21. Yet these you may eat of every flying insect that creeps on all fours, those which have jointed legs above their feet with which to leap on the earth. 22. These you may eat, the locust after its kind, the destroying locust after its kind, the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. 23. But all other flying insects which have 4 feet shall be an abomination to you. 24. By these you shall become unclean, whoever touches the carcass of any of them shall be unclean until evening. 25. Whoever carries part of the carcass of any of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. 26. The carcass of any animal which divides the foot, but is not cloven-hoofed or does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. Everyone who touches it shall be unclean. 27. And whatever goes on its paws, among all kinds of animals that go on all fours, those are unclean to you. Whoever touches any such carcass shall be unclean until evening. 28. Whoever carries any such carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. It is unclean to you. 29. These also shall be unclean to you among the creeping things that creep on the earth, the mole, the mouse, and the large lizard after its kind. 30. The gecko, the monitor lizard, the sand reptile, the sand lizard, and the chameleon. 31. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whoever touches them when they are dead shall be unclean until evening. 32. Anything on which any of them falls, when they are dead shall be unclean, whether it is any item of wood or clothing or skin or sack, whatever item it is, in which any work is done, it must be put in water. And it shall be unclean until evening, then it shall be clean. 33. Any earthen vessel into which any of them falls you shall break, and whatever is in it shall be unclean. 34. In such a vessel any edible food upon which water falls becomes unclean, and any drink that may be drunk from it becomes unclean. 35. And everything on which a part of any such carcass falls shall be unclean, whether it is an oven or cooking stove, it shall be broken down, for they are unclean and shall be unclean to you. 36. Nevertheless a spring or a cistern, in which there is plenty of water, shall be clean, but whatever touches any such carcass becomes unclean. 37. And if a part of any such carcass falls on any planting seed which is to be sown, it remains clean. 38. But if water is put on the seed, and if a part of any such carcass falls on it, it becomes unclean to you. 39. And if any animal which you may eat dies, he who touches its carcass shall be unclean until evening. 40. He who eats of its carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. He also who carries its carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. 41. And every creeping thing that creeps on the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. 42. Whatever crawls on its belly, whatever goes on all fours, or whatever has many feet among all creeping things that creep on the earth, these you shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Message. The primary reason people eat is for them to be healthy and have the strength to do the things they need to do. This means that any food a person eats that weakens or shortens his or her life is not good for the fellow. In today's Bible reading, God gave the Israelites instructions on what to eat and what not to eat. Modern-day scientists have discovered that the foods God allowed them to eat are good for our health, while the ones He said they shouldn't eat are bad for our health. I believe this contributed to their unusual strength and vigor in the wilderness. Psalm 105 verse 37. God cares about your health. He doesn't want you falling sick all the time because sickness doesn't glorify Him. Don't eat junk foods that endanger your health and then run to God to seek healing when the doctor's report comes out. You should glorify Him with your body by eating only foods that will keep you healthy. Nowadays, many crops are grown and preserved with chemicals. This is why you should have your own garden and grow some of your own food if you have the opportunity to do so. When people contract diseases, they hardly trace them to the food they eat. However, some of the foods they eat are silent killers. As good and important as food is, it can also make a fellow weak spiritually and physically. When you see people who have become obese because they eat whatever they like whenever they like, you will notice that they are usually weak. If you notice that getting up from a seat takes longer and requires more effort than it should check your diet. Besides checking what you eat, it is also important to check when you eat. You cannot eat very heavy food late in the night and expect to wake up in the middle of the night to pray. Those who eat for strength don't just eat anything, they eat what will make them strong. Fruits and vegetables will provide you with strength, therefore you should eat a lot of them. Also, avoid eating excessive sugary foods, as too much sugar, like any other thing, is harmful. Beloved, God needs you to be fit and healthy so you can express His glory on the earth and fulfill your destiny in Him. Glorify Him with your body, eat right. Key point. Be mindful of what, when, and how you eat. Bible in 1 year. Proverbs 30-31. Hymnal. Hymn 28, Guide me, O thou great Jehovah. For many others to be blessed, kindly share and subscribe. Remain ever blessed.